On Friday, November 8, 2019, the Securities and Exchange Commission revoked the licenses of 53 fund management companies pursuant to Section 122, Clause 2B of the Securities Industry Act 2019, Act 929, which authorizes SEC to revoke the license of a market operator under some circumstances. The reason for the revocation, according to SEC, was because of the company's failure to return clients' funds which remained locked up, and the fact that, in a number of cases, some of the companies had even folded up their operations. Customers of these collapsed financial institutions, especially Gold Coast Fund Management, now Black-Shield Capital Management, have embarked on a number of demonstrations and held press conferences in their quest to retrieve their monies. They say the trust reposed in the owner, Dr. Papakwesi Indum, was the reason why they chose that investment firm.
I have in mind of investment, but where to invest? You have to invest at a place where you can get credit to whatever you have done. And my niece introduced me to, so Gold Coast is there. So I came to the office, took a brochure, went through it. I didn't invest at that particular time. I have to study the whole thing. I studied it. And looking at the background of the CEO, I thought that that man is an entrepreneur. For that matter, I have a lot of investment. So there is no way I'll go astray when I invested into that facility.
So far as I was concerned, I thought that Papakwesi Indum is a responsible person, somebody who wanted to be president of Ghana. So I still had hope that he would not put us in any trouble.
For 71-year-old Mary Groniski, her hope for a better life after pension has been suppressed. Looking after her 40-year-old son with a medical condition together with her own medical complications has been a tedious responsibility. Her hope was to complete the investment and have a fully furnished residence for herself out of her 125,000 Ghana cedis investments, but things didn't go as planned. Her uncompleted house leaks whenever there is a heavy rainfall, leaving her compound flooded. She could not hide her emotions as she narrated her ordeal to Citi News.
Gave everything to my daughter to do it because I know that sometimes I can go out. If I want to stand up now, sometimes I can't. So I said she should take off everything. So I gave the money to her. My aim is if I give the money to her, she will do what? She should keep it at some bank. And she told me, no, she's going to invest it at Papakwesi's bank. So after I'll be getting some small money. So we started. But about 2 years now, nothing is coming. Nothing.
Samuel Kpakpo Ado is a former employee of the Customs Service with over 35,000 Ghana cedis of his investment locked up with Gold Coast Fund Management.
When you are age, it goes with illness. And with that fraction of money added to my salary, it will cushion my salary to use that money to pay for my medication. You have to live well. Live well in the sense that you shouldn't be thinking too much. You see, they say, Sika Yamuja, it is money. When you're thinking about money, you go very, very old. And these monies, when they are there, it will help you. Right now, my dreams, what I was expecting, is negative. Instead of taking 3 square meal, I take once. When I eat, now I took some fruits. I'm waiting to eat around 10 o'clock. When I eat around 10 o'clock, I don't eat any other food. I don't eat again till 6 o'clock. Then I took some Milo.
Upon a visit to his residence, Mr. Ankra, who is an 81-year-old pensioner, said if only he had his 100,000 Ghana cedis investment from the fund management, he would have been able to operate his workshop, which processes wood, grow his flower and bee business with the assistance of laborers. He also lamented the deplorable state of his residence.
Being a lazy person, my money was always to work. And since my money has been somehow blocked, it has deteriorated my lifestyle. Like you can see around. See how many the pots I have. I can't work on them. And I cannot pay a gardener to do anything with them. So you can see my environment is getting rotten. That is one point. I have to maintain my house. My roof is leaking. I can't work on it. My fence is, when you go there, you will see it's broken. The block work is broken. I can't work on it. My medications, as you can see there, I spend no less than 300 a month on medications. That's why I'm alive. All these things have become a problem. My feeding is a problem. I have to also contribute so that children like this can also have I can be useful to them.
Beatrice is married with 3 kids. Although partially blind, it was a duty for her and the husband to cater for the children. But currently, with her locked up cash, her husband has been the sole provider for the home. The impact of COVID-19 has also added to her affliction. These customers of the defunct fund management companies, most of whom are pensioners, are calling for government's assistance and quick payments of their locked up monies.
I will renovate it and do something small, then I'll give it to somebody. I'll be collecting money for a month. But I couldn't do so. I said my doctor should save the money. So I'll be getting something small to take care of my sick son. He can't talk. He is 40 years old. Yes, he's 40 years. I have to bath him. I have to do everything, to feed him, everything. If you like the way, Bosibabi, bring him out. Bring him out. So we are pleading, we are begging the government to pay us our money. We are suffering too much. It's too much for us. It's too much.
When you are age, it goes with illness. And with that fraction of money added to my salary, it will cushion my salary to use that money to pay for my medication.
According to the receiver for the defunct fund management companies, Jemima Wari, the liquidation process of the assets of these defunct companies can only commence after the High Court grants an order giving her the authority to proceed. Meanwhile, the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) has said the investors of the collapsed fund management companies would soon have access to their funds when their claims are successfully validated. Government's numerous assurances to pay their aggrieved customers are yet to be fulfilled. Reporting from the residence of Mary Groniski, a victim of the defunct Gold Coast Fund Management Limited here in Medina, I'm Ni Ayukwe Okain for Citi News.